Welcome to Spiritual World, where we talk about all things related to spirituality so you can feel empowered in your day to day life. My name's Jean. I'm a channeler and a past life regression therapist. I started my journey by accidentally landing into a cult, and after a massive psychic attack, I came out and survived this whole ordeal and discovered my passion in spirituality. Now, let's begin. Hi everyone, hello my friends. I've meant to record this recording before, but oddly enough, I had technical issues and I lost everything. So I had to re-record. So I'm gonna say I'm so sorry. So this week you only have one episode from me. But it is so good to have you all listening to me. And I just say I'm starting. So I'm very grateful for your attendance and listening to what I have to say. So today we're here to talk about spiritual awakening. I think as a person that comes out of a spiritual awakening, once you first awaken, it's some of the most strangest yet beautiful experience that you can have. But today we're here to talk about how you go into the stage of awakening. And before that, I will also have a channeled message from my higher self. So I will be able to deliver to you all the information that would be suitable when it comes to spiritual awakening. So I hope you enjoyed this piece. Now, let's go on. When you are going through ascension, it is one of the most convoluted emotion that you could ever have. You might feel that you are really confused in this new earth and feeling the impact of the emotions coming and rushing through you. It isn't very uncommon for people to feel not at ease with people that they used to get along with. It is very strange. And you feel you actually awakened and you release the old shell of what you once had and removed it from your body. It feels surreal and feels strange to be in this environment because you no longer identify with your own body and you don't identify with your own personal circle. You will begin to see the beauty shine out of everything. You will feel your radiant light within. Your sense of compassion will expand, and you will begin to feel strange by the cruelty in the world, and you will shy away from some of the negativity from the world, such as the news. It won't be easy because you will begin to wish for more peace and always want to give out more positivity toward others. It might not come out easy because people might criticize you for being a very positive wannabe and begin to distance themselves from you. You will need to adapt to this new life. You will need to change how you view this world. You will sometimes wish to go back to the old collective mind and go back into the regular space of everyone. So you feel much more aligned with the collective that didn't want to awaken. Unfortunately, in this case, the people that decide to go back might not always come back into the awakened state. They will begin to go through the mirages of the world that were previously constructed by the mass. For those that wish to know more, they can really look at the movie Matrix because the truest sense of awakening might be this way. The only difference is you will view this world as a construct of human construction and something far less outreaching toward the highest sense of light. Being a strong light requires a lot of determination and a lot of resilience toward those that are not awakened. It will involve a lot of pain and suffering because you no longer identify with who you once were, because your identification will fade away from some of those identification you once had. When you become accepting of who you are, you will go out in the world differently. You will accept that you can live a life of the truest form of joy, not the joy that was once identified by what the mass wanted, but what you truly wanted. You will let go of some unwanted things, but you will find out what is truly needed in your life. You will let go of the inessential and value what is truly valuable, and that is love. You will focus on love. You will focus on awakening to this path of this new earth. You will begin to become more and more at one with your soul. You will listen more to your higher self. Your sense of intuition will become heightened, and you no longer want to venture out of some of those dark material on the television. You will seek a higher sense of self with a lot of love and feel the need to identify with those that are also part of the same group category as you. This will be your light. This will be whom you become. You become the new person. So you could create ways for the new future generation. And that is how the collective becomes stronger with light. As you awaken, please feel free to become this new playful person that you want to be. You are going to leave this earth with the biggest expansion that will give you so much light. With this said, happiness, gratefulness, loving, and kindness might be what you value more. May you enjoy the ascension. Despite all the challenge that really cripple you at times, you will find your collective groups of people that live like you. And this is the channel message from my higher self. On the first stages, once you have fully awakened, this is some of the emotions that you might feel. And personally, for me, when I started to go through the awakening, because I never tried to spiritually awaken, wasn't too sure. It was so vague to me. So in the beginning, like when Oprah was mentioning, I'm like, what does that mean? So I never searched onto it. So only until one day after a big heartbreak that I felt my heart was dying inside. And then my heart got totally, completely renewed once again. It was in that moment that I truly awakened. And I was very blessed because my grandma, that has passed on already, was there to support me. So understand that at all moment you are always being protected. There is always someone there taking care of you, making sure you're okay from the other side. So if you are in any moment feeling alone, please know you are not alone. You are part of this collective of people that have awakened. You can always reach out to someone, DM someone from the internet that have similar experience, and you can always like find your new crowd of people. In the beginning, it will be bit of an uneasy transition, but it's always doable. As for people that are actually trying to have a spiritual awakening, I found this very interesting article that I could deeply relate by Adam Brady, The Five Stages of Spiritual Awakening. And I will link this as the show notes so you'll be able to listen and see it. And I think I can relate to that because that's how I truly became awakened. Now, this is what I wanted to mention. So, Adam Bradley said the first path for your spiritual awakening is called glimpsing, the call to adventure. So, just like any hero's journey, like you'll be pushed to go to a call to adventure. And that's where like something is going to happen. Like you have this inner knowing or this sudden urge, sudden intuition to say, I'm going to go do something different. So you could be going on a trip to somewhere far away, you're starting your new business, or probably due to a loss of job or near death life experience or something that was probably meaningful to you and you wanted to jumpstart that. And that is the first stage of spiritual awakening. Now, the second one is called closer examination, and you're choosing a path. So once you embark on this, your call to action, and you're like, it's sitting in my heart very deeply, you'll begin to question a lot of things because you're expanding your awareness on this quest of spiritual journey. You'll begin to find you no longer align with certain beliefs of other people and your mindset will start to change. You might go to find new books, go to meet new people, and your mindset will expand. So, for example, some people might start, let's say they are in engineering or something very analytical, and suddenly they say, hey, I want to learn more about the health industry, and then they might mingle and then it expands their awareness or it can actually truly like impact them in a very specific way. And that is when you're beginning to choose the path and when you are awakening your unconsciousness, because everything that you once knew is no longer totally aligned with who you are. You're beginning to change into this new sense of identity. So, for example, for me, when my first call to action was to build a side hustle, so I was building it, and suddenly, immediately, I started to feel, oh, my surrounding might not be the best surrounding for me anymore, because they don't align with that value system that I'm trying to build, or they will talk me out of it. And that was something for me to begin to shift my awareness, start to read more books and things like that. And that really expansion that happens was the second phase that I had. So it's really normal that you're beginning to feel this shift of people like leaving in and out of your life. Now, the third step is following the path. So, as you expand your awareness, as you get to know people, you're going to begin to take on some spiritual routine, and you will practice it regularly. Whether it is, some people will begin to train regularly, might do yoga, they might do meditation, they might be like doing journaling, sun salutation, a lot of things that people will begin to implement the new routine that's in their life. And when you begin to do this new routine in your life, you're really going to see changes. So the markers that Adam Bradley said was, you'll have less drama in your life, and you'll be more and more carefree, more and more in flow, and you're going to see like a lot, life will flow easier, and little miracles will happen, the synchronicity will happen, and then you're going to gradually like have those spiritual practice, like the mental, physical energy blocks that will leave your body. It's going to change. Like, for example, some people will suddenly pick up this meditation or read a lot or go jogging, because when you begin to train your body, whatever form of physical training that you do will actually make room for a healthier body, healthier health, which will also impact your mental, and it will also impact you emotionally. So you begin to work your body to make things better, or you begin to meditate and you cleanse a lot of emotional garbage, as I say in quotation, that was once stored up in your body, and you're cleansing that out through meditation or different kind like Reiki or different kind of modality that you are trying to release it. And the fourth point is loss of sight, losing the path. So losing the path is, at some point you might have the block. You are acknowledging your shortcoming and all the different kind of things that you actually have, like your worthiness, your sense of self-love, or patience, or different kind, or whatever it could be. You're acknowledging your shortcoming, but you might not totally want to change it, because first it's comfortable, right? Of course it's comfortable, but there will be a need to change it, to want to change it, because you are embarking on this new person. You're becoming this new person, and you're going to choose different kind of emotion that is more expensive, such as to be more compassionate, much more forgiving, or more kind. You work on yourself, right? So you learn to forgive the past, you learn to let go of certain things, you choose to surrender, you choose to do certain things a different way, not in the new way, not in the old way. But as that happens, you will have external influence, such as Joseph Campbell's will call it the threshold guardian, which will try to pull you back into this old identity that you used to have. And when you are being pulled back, you will begin to say, oh, they'll say, no, but this is not who you are. This is not the you that I used to know. Why don't you go back to the old you? And these people could be like family members, friends, it could be enemies, or different people that have limiting belief trying to re-pull you back into who you were once before. So they're trying to hold you back to become the new person you're trying to evolve into. And that will be very, very hard. Like I had that situation happen to me on a constant basis where I couldn't align because I had to detach from certain people. They're really, really great people, but we're on a different soul evolution, and I wanted to try things, and our mindset were no longer aligned. And then you could feel like the shift, and I still wish to hold on to certain things, but deep down I knew were no longer aligned with me. So it was constantly dancing between the new and the old, the new and the old. And even when you awaken, you will still have this dance of the new and the old, new and the old. So it's really important to learn how to let go. So I think for me, I was always trying to please other people. So it's hard for me to not please people, right? So in those moments, I had a lot of threshold guardian. And then I said, you know what? I really need to live the authentic life of who I am. So gradually, I accepted this is the new me. And it was hard. I would have ugly cries for a lot of times, but I needed to accept this is the new phase in my life. And once you are letting go of a lot of that, you will be merging. So you're seeing and merging with the path. That's the last phase of the spiritual awakening. You will see the God life existing within you, and it's a permanent shift, right? So you're really awakening to your identity of who you are, that God is, some people like to call it the universe, source, all that is. Some people like to call it the Tao, but or I like to call universe or God. And you think very differently, and you wake up to the divine, the divinity and the universe, and you come home to yourself, and you're going to let go more and more things, like you're peeling the onion and you're releasing a lot of things that you once had. Again, this is the article by Adam Bradley. So don't worry, I'll have it on the show notes. And you are peeling and peeling and peeling. And then you will become much more, you'll live a simpler life. But it's going to be a beautiful unfolding. And I don't say that after the spiritual awakening, it becomes easier, because sometimes it doesn't. And there are moments that I still struggle to. I think I have awakened 5, 6 years now, and it was not easy. And sometimes I still have moments when I'm in this ascension process that I'm like, it gets hard. So we have to learn to surrender. We have to work on ourselves more and more. Nothing is, it's not that it's the easiest, most comfortable feeling, but once you release it, you're going to see a whole new world. And to you that is on the path of spiritual awakening, I wish you the best. Always know that you are always being protected. There's always people guarding you. In case you have a hard time, you can always reach out to different type of people, to me, just to have this comfort and this backing that you're being cared for and watched for, because Earth needs our spiritual awakening. Mother Earth, Gaia, needs that. Us take better care of Earth and be more evolved being, take care of everything. So this is all I wanted to share with you this week. I hope you have a lovely, lovely week. Enjoy the remaining weekend, and I'll see you soon next week. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now.